me. I'ma make it to the top spot. See, call it coming in, not cocky. You cannot break me. This world's mine for the taking. Got an inch, man, I'm making. Oh, I'll keep my head down and grind and be patient. I'll take a stab at the top and the sailing. They can all try, but you cannot contain it. Cause I see the things that I want and I take on my goals. Push myself to the brink, no limit. Do what it takes to be free, committed. I'm a little obsessed with things, I'll admit it. But that's what it takes to get a freedom ticket. Got a killer instinct and it's just the beginning. Breaking down walls and the hurt start thinning. And the more you push it, the fast start trimming. Till you're the only one standing on straight, winning all. No, we never sit still. It's time to stand up. Time to take the red pill. To make this our world. Gonna die on this hill.
All right. Happy Monday, everyone. And honestly, happy opening weekend of the football season. We are here to talk some football with my football friend, Cal. How you doing tonight, man?
Not too bad. Hopefully we can both go 1-0 this week.
That would be great. That would be great.
Ideal. This is ideal conditions. It's the Bears after all. I mean,
Yes.
It shouldn't be that hard. But yeah, I guess we shall see. It's our first full week. I'm pretty pumped.
Me too. Should be pretty great. It's going to be a fun game tonight. And obviously, we're going to talk about ABL stuff because we're obligated to based on our highly lucrative contracts, unfortunately. But that'll be the shorter portion of the pod, if we're being honest.
Yes, back burner stuff.
Yeah, because, I mean, we both lost this week, so the season's over, right? It doesn't even matter anymore.
I mean, I got ahead pretty early saying I was going to lose, but I super lost.
I mean, you were like the lowest scoring team of the week by at least. Oh god! Oh no! Actually, you were at least the lowest scoring team of the week by at least 50 points.
Well, I mean, it was going to be bad. It was going to be a lot worse. And no one. We're going to talk about this too much, but
we are.
I think once Kevin called out that what's the lowest score of the week ever?
Yes.
It's like all my boys band together and they said we gotta get out there and show up for coach because all of a sudden I had 5 starts out of nowhere. And I maxed out my start. Had 7 starts this week.
Crazy.
Because they called up Colton Gordon.
Yep.
And it's like I just kind of fell into a 143, which I don't think is a record. I don't think it can't be.
If it's not, I do think it's
pretty
damn
low.
Close. It's damn
pretty
close.
Low. I feel like I've seen low. I don't know if I have seen lower, but I feel like I have.
It'd be very interesting to go and look. Back in the. Yeah, back in the real dump days,
yes,
what the scores were like. That might have been a little different, but yeah. So both of us lost. We won't talk anymore about the consolation bracket because if there's one thing people don't care about more than baseball now, it's the consolation bracket
losers
of our league. So, all right, let's talk about the games that did matter. I'm just gonna go top to bottom, kind of like I did last week. Bring the screen up here. So first matchup, we will talk about. Crazy, actually, nail biter. Padres, Nationals. Thoughts on that one? 4-point win.
Would not have guessed this upset coming.
Crazy
at all. I mean, it was
kind of crazy.
I am pumped for Greg. And for the Nationals, I don't think it was really that bad of a week. 322 typically does not cut it this late in the game, but it's still not a bad week. I mean, 55 points from Hunter Green, Lordy V.
Yeah,
I mean,
nuts.
what a week from the lad. But the Padres, they didn't have a bad player on their team this week. It was just top to bottom, hitting and pitching. It was just solid performances all around, and just kind of death by 1,000 cuts and taken by 4 points. Love to see it.
Yeah, it was very. Oh, I'm trying to get the matchups page to load. It's taking an hour per usual. But yeah, I was very interested. There we go. I was very interested at how consistent it felt like the Padres were every day of the week. Even on Thursday when I think there were 4 games that were being played on Thursday or something like that. Still had a decent score for that many games. But yeah, I mean across the board,
it's like everyone's 15 and above. It looks like points wise.
Yeah, and he didn't play that many bats. You take out his second catcher and the right fielder that got 1 at bat for him. He only played 1 non-starting at bat, I think. Actually, he might have not even actually played anyone. He might have just had the same starting lineup every week or every day. And he still only lost to the Nats by 5. In hitting. That's crazy. That's super consistent.
I wonder if it's just will we ever have just an unbelievable juggernaut in this league that we just kind of fold in the cards and say they're going to run away with the whole thing, don't even try? Because the Nationals at certain points just seemed inevitable.
Yeah.
And they got toppled by a team that we weren't even sure come June was going to buy in. Like,
Yeah,
that was
man.
still up for grabs. The West was not won by that point. And
Yeah.
I mean, Greg's put it together, and he's now going to the championship, the
It's
championship game, I should say.
yeah, yeah,
Or
and I mean
the CS.
it's kind of crazy because he made a couple of moves. He picked up McNeil from me, which was his third highest scorer this past week. I'm sure I think he made maybe a couple other trades too, but yeah, nothing major. And honestly, it leads me to two questions. One, my question is to answer your first question about like Duke the first couple of years. Like, was he ever seen as the team that just like no one could beat? I feel like it certainly felt like that. I don't know statistically if that was true though. So that would be, I guess, my question to answer your question. But then the second thing for me that comes to mind, talking about making trades and making moves, right? If you're the Nationals, you're a dominant team all year. You don't make a ton of noise at the trade deadline. Do you blame that? Is that the reason you lost? Because 322, certainly not a bad score, right?
I would argue they did because they acquired. Oh, who was that big bat they acquired?
Alonso? Did they get Alonso?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, Alonso from Evan.
Yeah. Okay, so they
got Alonso and Judge. You guys, I mean,
oh, that's true. I forgot. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Okay, I lied. I take my
Phillies, perhaps.
That's right. Yeah. I'm an idiot.
But,
so yeah, I take that back.
They did what they had to do. I mean, they sold off pretty much any future assets they could scrounge together, and try to make a solid run at it when they're already a pretty stout team to begin with. And I think this is just proof never try. I think that's the lesson we can all take from this.
Because who left? Like, I guess Jeff is the only one that like really bought. Because I don't really think Brendan did. Greg certainly didn't. Gary certainly didn't. Right?
I bought.
Well, of the teams that left, right?
Never sell, never do anything.
Just
that's the spirit of ABL.
Trade to trade.
Be Duke.
Yeah, trade to trade, right? Never go
found the recipe.
Or maybe the better way to say it is don't trade for the big guys, right?
Don't make bad trades.
Yeah, correct. Don't do stupid stuff.
That's what we're gonna start.
Don't be dumb. Correct.
Yes,
yeah.
correct.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, okay. I was just looking up the Judge trade. I forgot it was Judge and Alonso going for because that was a pretty decent return.
Yeah, well, I mean, even the package is not that. It's not as bad looking back on it, especially
correct
with Sakura's elbow problems. So
correct.
I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna all pan out. I mean, the Grange is a pretty solid prospect. Seems like it's a dime a dozen with pitching prospects. I can't trust a single one of these souls.
Agreed.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. The Nationals really give up that much long term to make this push and still come up with nothing. Hard to say.
Yeah,
I mean, we'll find out in a couple years' time. But
I feel like
can't fault them.
No, totally. And I feel like they're in a spot too. Like they're keeping, or I guess they can keep, a lot of their roster if they wanted to.
I mean, Padres did not buy a ton, but what they bought clearly helped them in this game.
100%.
Like, they got Ober. Ober was MVP on the pitching side of things.
Yep.
I want to say that they picked up. No, they had Elder the entire year. I was looking at their MVPs. A lot of them they did acquire. So, I mean, both teams making moves in the right places, and I don't know. Someone's got to win this one. I just was not expecting it to be the Padres at all.
Yeah, I know. I completely agree. They picked up Estevez earlier in the year as well. He had 17 points this week. I mean, that's from a reliever. Pretty good.
Yeah, solid.
In a playoff match, So, okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, Greg certainly deserves it. It's awesome, to see him now go up against Jeff, considering he would have beaten every other NL team this week. So, yeah, be very interesting to see who ends up coming out there. I mean, again, I won't get ahead of ourselves yet in terms of us making picks, but I have a feeling where we're both maybe going to go.
I'm full gregarious. We know this, right?
Exactly. The other NL matchup being the Cards and Pirates. We obviously have talked about this a ton, talked about it last week a ton, talked in the chat a ton. Jeff able to pull it out, kind of in the last couple days of the weekend, sort of pulled away. Thoughts on that one?
I did not think he had it in him. I mean, Duke was getting all the chips falling his way. It was looking like just the worst case of this Mahomes magic type style, where it's just like, what powers are at play here? Something is wrong. But no, I mean, the Cardinals by pure will seemingly just won this thing. Now, what's it gonna look like without Trey Turner in that lineup? I don't know.
No kidding.
It's definitely a massive blow, but they're still so. I mean, the Cardinals are such a deep team. I don't think it's going to affect them too crazily. But Padres have surprised us already. They would have lost to the Padres this week. Can they really afford to take a huge bat like that out of the lineup going next week? Tough to say. But yeah, I mean, like I said, Duke, honestly, solid season. I'm not going to lie. But I'm pleased that Jeff came up with the upper hand on this one.
Yeah, I completely agree. Just looking at Jeff's lineup right now, he actually doesn't have a backup shortstop. Which he's got Fitzgerald in there right now, which theoretically he could be called back up.
That's killer.
But man, that's in a matchup like this. That's not something.
Because I thought usually like that. I mean, Cardinals, like I said, Cardinals pretty deep. They can fill somebody in. No,
they have
lose the entire position. That's
they literally have every other position but shortstop. Crazy.
I don't know. I mean, I did not think the Cardinals would be sweating this next matchup.
That's interesting.
That throws a wrench into some things.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it when we get to it next.
Yeah.
Before I move on to the AL matchups, Kevin wants to know, Cal, if you could feel shame, would you feel ashamed of yourself right now?
Ooh, yes, maybe. I don't know what it feels like, to be fair. But it's kind of like a ghost trying to feel anything, it's just kind of floating through the walls. That's pretty much it. That's me and my shame. That's my relationship with shame.
That's great. Yes. That's great. Well, there you go, Kevin. You got the mailbag first question of the night answered. All right. So AL matchups, like I mentioned, and to be honest, unfortunately, not as much to talk about. Basically 100+ point wins on both sides.
Disgusting showing.
Yeah, I mean it's the only real positive that I take away from the Yankees beating the White Sox and the Royals beating the Rangers is we only have one true team. Obviously the returning. Well, did Jeff lose to Duke last year in the NLCS?
That feels right.
I can't remember. It probably is. That probably is true. I couldn't remember if there was only one team left that had made the ALCS or NLCS from last year, but maybe it's two if Jeff and Brendan are both here. But Yankees Padres, we got a 50-50 shot, right? Of having a new kind of team be up here, a new team crowned, which is kind of cool. I'm obviously biased towards Brendan because of the AL Central thing, but
a rep in there.
Yeah, but yeah. So I mean, thoughts on? I'll just say thoughts on either of those matchups.
Sam thoroughly disappointed me. I mean, this is not what I thought the matchup was going to be.
Yeah.
I think I said Sam was going to pull it out if his offense showed up. Offense did kind of show up. Still sucked.
166 points, but he only got 94 from his pitching.
Yeah. I mean, we all know pitching is the name of the game, but oh my word, were both these matchups an example of that?
Yeah.
I think the Yankees had almost 200 from pitching alone, and
Yep.
Royals had 183 from pitching this week.
Crazy.
Just absurd numbers out of the pen here. Relievers were also huge for both of these teams as well. So some to be noted there for a playoff run that closers definitely matter in this league. But I don't know. The offenses were pretty even. It was just all pitching.
Yeah.
Brendan only had him by a few points on the offensive side of things, and just completely obliterated him on pitching, and it resulted in this whomping.
They both had about 180 points from pitching,
Mm-hmm.
and the crazy thing is that who do you think was the top scoring pitcher for the Yankees? And I'll give you a hint: it was not either of the two or three names you were thinking of.
Oh God. I mean, I'm looking at two of them right now. It should be.
Yes, correct.
So I don't even have a guess for you.
Jordan Leisure.
That rocks. I'm all for that.
A 4-inning, 3-save, 4-strikeout week for 29 points. Top scoring pitcher for the Yankees.
Time to go back to the drawing board on that one.
That
does not feel
wild.
right.
That's wild.
That probably shouldn't be happening.
So 4 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, 3 saves, scored him more points than 9 innings, 12 strikeouts, and a QA7. Which by the way got half a point less, 28.5.
Hopefully Jeff is watching.
Yeah, right.
He will mend this immediately.
Yeah. I mean, just crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So yeah, anyway, I mean, I agree with you. I think obviously pitching talks, I think it is going to lead to an awesome ALCS matchup though
Yes.
between these two. Cuz I look at both staffs. I think Gary has the higher top end arms, but I think Brendan has the better depth.
But better bullpen for sure.
And better bullpen. Yeah. So it'll be interesting. I think if Gary gets another 4.5 from Crochet or Crotchet, however you want to pronounce it,
Crotchet.
I think he loses. I think that's how I would say it. If he gets a 4.5 from one of those top 2-3 arms, I don't think he wins. I don't think the offenses probably are winning it for either of them. Do you?
No, I mean they seem. I think they're
good,
both. I mean,
but-
it's a wash. Like,
Yeah.
It's. I don't know. They're both. I'd say they're both evenly matched. I mean, there's a reason they're both here.
Yeah.
Whereas you look at the Cardinals and Padres on paper, I think the Cardinals vastly outweigh the
Yes.
Padres. But I mean, paper does not mean anything. It seems in the playoffs.
Correct.
So some would say it's all really just a coin flip. So, well, I guess to be determined. But
Yeah.
I do like this Yankees Royals matchup going into this next week here.
Yeah, be very, very cool. All right, so yeah, we're not talking anymore about our atrocious showings from this week. But yeah, we both lost, so we don't care anymore.
No.
Go football. Go football.
Yes. Shout out football.
yeah.
We're all in.
Yes. So let's talk about matchups for this week then.
Yes.
We'll start in the NL, as you were just kind of referencing. Cardinals, Padres, who you got and why?
I don't know. I just said Cardinals all the way, but I feel like every time I make like a totally absolute prediction on something, it goes the opposite way and it bites me in the ass.
Well, if it matters, Greg is currently up 5-0.
That changes everything. Because of that, I'm gonna go Padres. I think that changes everything for me. I mean that is, it's infinitely more points.
Yeah.
Than Jeff has.
Bryce Elder has a perfect game. Bryce Elder has a perfect game through one inning so far. So
okay. Well, let's not jinx it. Let's not jinx it. We have a good thing going here. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Hasn't even finished the inning for what I'm seeing on my end of things.
Oh, okay, just shows an inning.
He might strike out every single batter the entire game.
Crazy.
And be up by like 50.
That'd be nuts
by the end of this. So, because of that, 5-0. I'm going Padres for jerseys.
Love it. Okay. I'm going to stick with Jeff. I would love to see Greg win. I will put that out in the atmosphere. Yep. Would love to see him win as an original member of the ABL. Someone who obviously is not super active from a Discord perspective, but someone who has always been, pretty at least competitive. He's always active, right? Not to mention, he's a dad of one of our favorite members of the league, the OG podcast creator, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I would absolutely love to see Greg win. That'd be awesome. But I'm a statistician at heart. I think Jeff has the better players, the better lineup. So I think he'll pull it off. All right, let's talk.
Hold on.
Oh, go ahead. What do you got?
What can't be measured is vibes. I think the Padres have
100%.
elite vibes. Some we haven't even seen this level of vibage from a playoff team in a good while. I couldn't even tell you a team. I don't think in ABL history there's been a team that has come back from just a deficit of vibes to have just a surplus like this.
Do you think is it good vibes? Is it
phenomenal vibes?
Banging vibes? Is it like what are we talking about?
Well, I don't think you get very far without good vibes.
That's fair.
And this team's gotten way farther than anyone could have hoped.
That's fair.
So I think it's through the roof right now as far as that's concerned. I don't think the Cardinals are just off the scale. They're just they're too good to have vibes. You know what I mean? Like
that's
there's a certain
true.
point
I agree.
where there is a certain level of success that you reach where it's like you can't even. The locker room's just too full of just guys. The Eagles are too large.
Yeah.
It gets to be too much at a certain point.
That's fair. I think like you even look at. Brendan, obviously ego, right? He knows it. We know it, right? Jeff, not an ego, but has always had like a top 5 team in the league, right?
Definitely
knows it.
That's a down. That's not good.
Correct.
That's not good.
I would argue Gary. He's had a top 10-ish. He's won the AL East like almost a bunch of years. He's always been good. I don't know if he's ever missed the playoffs. Like good team, right? Can't have those vibes. So Gary, I think I agree with you. I think he's got the vibe factor for sure. Will the vibes help the stats though? End of the day, that's what matters.
Gary has the vibiest player on the planet right now, and that's Joe Adele.
True.
So I think that also factors into it.
20-something points last week.
I mean, I'm his biggest fan, but I hate Joe Adele so much because he screwed me over so much in my life. Like, it's fun watching him from like the sidelines, but I will never own him again.
I feel like
I can't touch it.
We talked about him.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
On the pod.
Like I said, I'm a huge Joe Adele fan. I'll talk about any chance I can get. I'll bring up his name.
I feel like maybe we talked about him like earlier on this year. I don't remember why, but
we definitely did. I don't recall, but I remember I did like a little story time about when I tried to go get Joe Adele's autograph at Burlington.
Yes,
but failed miserably. But
correct.
Still tried.
Hey,
so I mean,
what it is.
I'm taking for vibes based only. We're taking Yankees and Padres.
That's awesome. Okay, all right. So just based on vibes, Yankees as well. No, you just want new blood in 100% in the ship.
Definitely. I don't need Brendan touting around, you know. He's a silent killer too, where he'll go dark for a little bit and come up and he'll just get a little chirpy with it, and he has the authority to throw in the zingers, and you can't say anything back to him. You know, it's not like an Evan where we can dunk on him and be like, haha.
Correct.
Brendan's got a resume here, and we can't let him add to it. He'll just be a miserable time for all of us.
Well, and I'll add to that Evan comment here in just a second. I have an interesting stat from this week already, but I'm. Again, statistician at heart. I'm going to take Brendan because he's been there, done that. Mm-hmm. So my official picks are Kansas City and St. Louis, opposite of you. However, I would also say that I would love to see Gary win. Mainly because I still have a semi-rivalry with Brendan, so it'd be funny to see him lose. But at the same time, AL Central winning would be great. So really, it's a win-win for me, depending on whoever wins this AL matchup. I don't really care. But that's my pick.
I like the idea of having a... essentially, if we get a Greg Gary matchup, it'll be like when you're playing 2K and you're at the main menu and you let it go for a while, and then you end up just kind of like watching these two teams that are just kind of there.
That's a great example. Oh my god, epic pull right there. That is great.
I mean, these guys are just not on the Discord at all, which is, I get it, totally fine. They don't need to be. But we're just going to be all commenting and observing this thing happening before us, with no real interaction going on. And I think that'd be fun. I think it'd be fun for all of us kind of just from the sidelines chime in, no one to really dunk on, So I think vibes would be peak if that did happen. That's what we're all about.
I think I was going to say, so I have two things to say. So the first is that I would be very intrigued for people to bet on who would say something in Discord first between Gary and Greg. Because I genuinely don't know who would. That would be pretty interesting to see.
We're trying to get Gary back a little. He's kind of
100%. And then secondly, we probably live. We have a few people watch us live every week, right? For the most part. And ever since we have started this, so this was before even last year, I had been talking with Brendan specifically about like doing the pod, and I would tell him like when I was giving him a shout out on there or talking about our rivalry or whatever, and he's like, I'm not fucking watching that. I'm not fucking watching. I'm not doing it. I make that Brendan comment about us kind of having still a rivalry. We got at least 4 people watching us right now. Guess who one of those motherfuckers watching us right now is?
Amazing.
Unbelievable.
Just hate watching from the sidelines.
That I say that, and he happens to be watching this motherfucking episode right now. So, Brendan, great to see you. I am so glad that you are here and watching. Even though, and his comment was, this was never a rivalry. And to that, I would argue that is not true in any way, shape, or form. However, you are by far and away the better team this year, so I will give you all the props in the world. And I did pick you, so
it's a rivalry in the sense that like Georgia Tech's a rivalry. I would say like you marked on the calendar, but I mean, let's be real here,
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. At least this year, it's fair. Next year, I'm coming.
Next year is gonna be different for sure.
Next year I'm coming. Yep. #Minnesota 2026. If you know what I mean.
ABL champs.
If you know what I mean. So those are our picks. Anything else about that before I go into our stat of the night?
No, I want that stat of the night.
Okay, so our stat of the night is currently in the ABL, top of the leaderboard with 16 points scored this week, more than triple any of the other teams currently playing. your Houston Astros.
Ooh, who's doing that? Well, who's pitching right now? What QA7?
Yeah, he's only had one at bat, so it's definitely not a hitter. Although Jack did have one.
This is a
Oh
cheap,
my
cheap,
God,
this
he's
is actually
he's got
bad.
3
This is
stars
not set
right
a night. This is bad. Actually, this is an epic own.
Give him, give him. Let's see. Yeah, no one's gotten a QA7 yet, so give him like 20 minutes, and he might have 3 QA7s. In which case, he'll be at like 100 points. So
he could clean sweep here, with Lightning McLean here, trying to show out.
Where's he? God, he's been fucking good. Holy.
But yeah, 3 pitchers with 15.67 points is not tickling my fancy at all.
Yeah, like I said, you give them 20 minutes and they'll be at 15 points per,
yes.
and we'll be good.
Could be huge in Scrabble bracket.
Given our great stat, the QA7.
Yes.
Okay, well, that is all I have for this week. Anything else you got?
No, go Raiders, go Vikings. That's all I really have.
The last thing I will leave everyone with.
Yeah, this is cool, baby. Skull.
Everyone have a great rest of the night. We'll see you next week.
Baby Skull. Bye.
Bye.